What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for jumping into another video. My name is Josh, and I'm just your average Joe day trader. Monday, October 27th. It is after 5 p.m. The market is officially closed with the exception to what's running 24 hours overnight. We're in the post-market. We're waiting for everything to completely shut down by 8 p.m. But you know there's still those stocks that we love that run all the way through the night on weekdays until we hit Friday night at 8 p.m. where it's closed down for the weekend. So we're going to get to continue to see some of the best AJDT, average Joe day trade stocks, continue to run through the night. A lot of very good positive momentum today, but I'm also going to tell you it's an absolutely very strange day. So if you woke up this morning and you realized, maybe you saw my live from last night, or you woke up this morning and saw it yourself when you looked at your charts, the S&P 500 had a major gap up last night when the market opened at 8 p.m. I mean, I think we went from like 673 all the way to 682, $8, $9, $10 range increase in the gap up for the S&P 500. And then we were wondering, would it hold through the night, right? Because it's giving us sort of the idea of what is the market going to look like Monday morning when the market actually opens up at 4:30 in the morning. Well, sure enough, the S&P 500 held. So did many other stocks. And I think that caused a little bit of an issue for us because oftentimes when the market opens, you have things that will drop hard and refresh back up. You have things that will run up hot and come back down, retest, and then spend the rest of the day running. And so it was like almost like the fire of the market happened at 8 p.m. last night when everything jumped up, you know, whatever that percentage was that the market went up. So it was like kind of out of gas this morning. I mean, things were running up, don't get me wrong. There were plays I was calling out in the Discord to the group, options, calls, and puts, and things that were really playing very well. Dogs barking. But what I will tell you is that a lot of the stocks, like for example, the S&P 500 hit a new all-time high today. We're going to go look at the chart, but I want to say I think it hit 684 and a little bit higher than 684 as a high today. New all-time high, right? But the VIX, it wasn't moving. It didn't move. It didn't budge. It was like it was sleeping and not understanding why, if the S&P 500 was on fire with an all-time high, new all-time high, why is everything else at a stall? So it was kind of weird. Even APLD, Applied Digital, that I am in, I have told you in several videos, I got back into it. I day trade APLD every single day. I have been like jonesing, hitting the sell button on APLD for 2 days in a row now because I didn't sell it on Friday. It ran all the way up to 35.87 or 35.78, and then it came back down. All right, so I didn't touch it on Friday. I wanted to see what it did today. Today it hit almost all the way to I want to say 34.70 something. Right? I mean, it didn't get above 35 something. I was hoping for my sell price is 36. That's my target. 36, 13, 36, 18, somewhere in there is the next resistance level. I want to sell it at 36, right? Because that is a comfortable profit for me. I'm in with 1,000 shares at 33.77. I didn't want a dollar cost average down. I didn't want to do anything with it. It's totally fine where it is. And APLD has been holding very well between, say, $32 and $35, $36. But today, it didn't get there. And I even told the group in the Discord and said, hey, just so you all know, total transparency, I'm potentially going to bring my goal down to $35 per share. If I can get it to $35 per share today, I'm going to sell it. And I want to take that money and I want to dump it into SOFI because SOFI has got earnings tomorrow before opening. I wanted to buy shares of SOFI, SOFI, and SOFX, SOFX, which is the 2X, runs super, double as fast as SOFI does. And matter of fact, it's a little bit more expensive. So while SOFI right now is at an average of about $30, SOFX, SOFX was, I think, $40 to $43 a share. Not that big of a difference, but listen, SOFI, for every dollar SOFI goes up, SOFX goes up like $4 or $5. So that's the difference. You could buy 100 shares of SOFX and have it go up 10%, and I'm going to make a lot more in my 10% than I'm going to make in SOFI by itself 10%. So anyway, but it never got there for me. Matter of fact, APLD pulled back down, and I almost sold it because it's sitting right now at like 34, 40, 45, somewhere like there. And I'm like, I just, at this point, why sell it? We're in the post market. Let it run. It's a 24-hour stock. Let it run. Let's see what it does through the post into the 24-hour market, and we'll go from there. Because APLD, I trust it. I know it's not going to rug pull. It's not going to bottom out on me. I'm not going to end up with, zero money in my APLD account, right? I'm sitting in it pretty heavy right now, though, and I want to put that back to powder so I can use it for SOFI. So we'll see what happens. But I did buy SOFI calls, and it's funny because several of our Discord members, Ravi, David, Jason, known as Frozen Randy, Chase, a whole bunch of us in there. We're talking today. Do we buy puts? Do we buy calls? And I'm like, well, for me, SOFI, I'm going to buy calls. Now, you could buy puts potentially when earnings may be reported. It might drop back down. It may run down, but then I think it's going to pump. Or I bought calls. So I got into $30 strike dated for Friday, the 31st, and I'm in calls, and we'll see what happens. And I even told the Discord members, like, hey, listen, worst thing that happens, my next video is Average Joe Day Trader Josh fails at buying calls for SOFI. Let me tell you about my buying calls journey, right? Because I'm learning all about options. I'm understanding options. I'm in lift calls for January 2026. I'm in lift calls for January 2027. My lift calls for 2026 at an $18 strike price are down in the red right now. And we're in the Discord talking, and a lot of people that are coaching me on options plays, which is awesome because we're building a community together, right? We're going to learn together. I'm going to teach you as much as I know, and you're going to teach me as much as you know, and that's sort of how that works. That's what a Discord is all about, right? But I'm calling out plays. The group is calling out plays, and everybody's winning. Everybody's making money, and it's awesome. And I'll talk about the Discord in another minute. But I believe the calls are going to run. I think that even if they announce earnings tomorrow morning and the stock drops, that by Friday, it'll be back up. And it'll probably run better than what it did before it announced the earnings. Because now people are going to see like, oh my gosh, buy opportunity, buy the dip, get into SOFI now. So I'm excited about SOFI. And we'll see what that looks like. But all in all, an amazing day today. I'm going to share with you a few of what I was in and what that looked like. ASST, I'd been calling it out all night last night, all morning this morning. I know a bunch of the members of the Discord and subscribers got in, and several of my friends got in. Some really good stuff going on with that. I'm going to share it with you and show it to you. But let's just kind of get into the charts a little bit. So let's go right to it. We're going to flip over here. Let's first go to the S&P 500. You're not even going to believe this. While I am posting this video with you all, okay, check this out. 686.03. It even in the post market, the S&P 500 is making all-time high, brand new all-time highs. I mean, like, okay, so that has to start having you think a little bit. I believe as a technical individual, as running the technicals, as running the data, looking and doing my own analysis, I believe that the S&P 500 is going to run to 700. Okay, we're going to hit that 700 mark. I don't know if it's this week. I don't know if it's next week. I don't know if it's by the end of the year, but I believe it's going to 700. Today proved it. Okay, look, this is a 30-minute chart, and look what it did 2 days in a row. Nice hard run up, monster gap up from Friday into last night, Sunday night. Okay. Opened up, ran pretty consistently, horizontal, but with some uptrend. And then it spent the whole day today on a very slight uptrend. But listen, it doesn't matter if it's slight uptrend, if it's a mountain climb. 686.03. It's sitting at 685.72 right now in the post market, and it's going to run all night long. Wow, S&P 500 is going to pull everything with it. It's awesome. And I'll tell you why I love that, because in my positions, what I'm holding long term and in this account, all right, what was incredible, and it pulled back some today, but look at this, 192.83 for Palantir. 192.83 for Palantir. So what I wanted to share with you about the S&P 500, and do your own homework, do some diligence. And if you haven't noticed, yes, we got a new microphone going here. You may have seen the microphone in very first early videos. I had this big gold mic sitting here, and it didn't really even work well. Matter of fact, we had another microphone attached to it to get it to work. Well, now we figured out how to make it work, so now it's working really well. I could be right here, and you can hear me really well. But I don't need to be that close to it. I hope it really is working. But anyway, listen. Here's the deal: S&P 500. Okay, it's cranking. But here is what people are looking at. They are buying puts. They are buying puts, okay? And I can't blame them. I think there's the potential for puts, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how that works. Okay, I'll make sure that I'm still recording on there. All right, so let me show you a couple things in here, and then we're going to look at the average Joe day trade, best day trade stocks. But what am I in? I got a couple positions I want to share with you. All right, first of all, Rigetti. There is a lot of negative sentiment about Rigetti right now, RGTI. A lot of people believe Rigetti is going to pull down, and a lot of people have already, analysts are saying it's overvalued, and they want to push this thing to like $4. So I am in Rigetti. I'm a bag holder. I've been sharing that in a lot of my videos. I want you to be careful, though. I want you to make some decisions about your positions in Rigetti, because compared to all the other computing, all right, quantum stocks, in comparison, they're saying that Rigetti is about a 25 to 27x right now, compared to all the other quantum stocks that really on average are only about a 5x. So that is a considerable difference in value of Rigetti compared to all the rest of the quantums. So just be careful. I'm just sharing that with you. I'm considering, what am I going to do with this? I'm letting it run through the week. What am I going to do? I don't like to take a loss on anything, I'll be honest with you. But if I feel like this thing's going to turn around and run second double down, and it's going to continue to lose value, then I'm going to take a loss on it, and I'm going to make the money up by either buying some puts on it and let it run down, and so I'll recover that money back through puts, or I'm just going to move on to the next best thing and find another stock that's part of my AJDT best day trade stock list. I'm going to make money on that. I'll play Tesla against Tesla. You know, I love to do that. So just be careful with Rigetti, okay? APLD, check this out. All right, it's sitting at 34.38 right now. I mean, I could sell it right now and make a considerable profit on it. But I'm going to tell you, I'm at a crossroad on this one right now, because I've been riding it for 2 days. I normally don't swing APLD. Normally I'm in and out every day. But I'm trying to hit this $36 target, and I know it can get there. So listen, drop me a comment. Tell me how you feel about APLD. What do you think I should be doing? Tell me what you think. Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. AJDT community, tell me what to do. All right, this is going to be posted tonight. I'm going to probably hold this through the overnight market into the morning. Tell me what you think I should do with APLD. Give me some of that awesome AJDT family advice. All right. Now, GameStop had a crazy day today, and this is funny because the White House was talking about GameStop today. I don't know what the context was, but at the White House, they were talking about GameStop, and look what it did in the overnight market. Okay. It pumped like crazy. This is 11 o'clock last night. It started pumping all the way up here to, let's see, it opened up at $23.40 and went all the way to $25. And then it just kept going, hit before the market actually opened up, 25.27 high. Nice, right? But then look, what did GameStop do? Like it always does. It gets everybody's hopes up. They get excited, and boom, it dropped back down. All the way back, basically where it started. We're sitting here, $23.68. So I'm sorry if you're in GameStop. BBAI Army, same thing. Listen, box strategy, right? Look what it did. It hit my resistance level on the box strategy, broke it, and we were all like, okay, this is cool. Pre-market, broke it, came up, $7.38, and then it rejected. It pulled back down. Market opened. It launched all the way down here to a bottom low of $6.87. And I was like, ooh, what you doing, BBAI? This is not what we were looking for. Okay. And as soon as I said that, it was like, you know what, Josh, you're right. Let's turn around. And it ran all the way back up here. And it got to this high of $7.28. And it held up there. It even went to $7.29. And then it kind of pulled back a little bit. We're sitting at $7.13 right now. But keep your eyes on BBI, because the one thing we haven't seen in a long time is look at this volume. I mean, this candle alone had over 3 million in volume. Very nice. Nice volume going. And you notice total volume 352 million. Not bad. So keep your eye on this one. This is going to be one where I'm going to have to, let me see if I can just do it right now. I'm going to extend my box down to the low. I am going to pull it down a little bit to the high of the day. I'm going to pull this down. Then I'm going to get in here and I'm going to pull it across for the day. And now I'm set with my box strategy for BBI for tomorrow. All right. Okay. And Lyft is another one. Listen, I'm in calls for Lyft. Okay. They're not doing well. I got an $18 strike January 26, and they're not doing really well. I'm down about, I don't know, $250, $300 in my calls right now for Lyft. And I had the whole conversation today. I had an education about averaging down on options. And I don't want to do it because what I believe is I still have basically 2.5 months for this thing to run up. And I think Lyft is going to run. I've got 2.5 months for it to run up. Right now, I could buy another option contract call for about $380, okay, to match this one. Or if I wait another week or I wait another 2 weeks or I get closer, and as the theta and delta start to do their thing and basically decline, well, then I might be able to buy the same contract for $380 today for $200, right? $2 for $200. See, I'm learning. Come on, hit me with some comments. All of you that are my options gurus. I've got a group of individuals in the Discord that are awesome at options and play options, and I think you're probably laughing at me right now. But anyway, that's my plan. My plan is to see what this does. And I'm also in Lyft calls for 2027, which I know are going to skyrocket and do awesome for me. But anyway, that's what we're doing. All right, let's look very quickly at the AJDT October list. Yes, we're getting close to the end of this list. Tesla, beautiful run up today. Look at this for Tesla. Man, it hit a high of 460.16, opening up this morning at about 439. So $20 plus, and then it did pull back. Now listen, here's what I'm going to tell you. When this is running, remember what I always say. Play Tesla against Tesla. This is running up. You don't have to spend $450 per share. You can get TSLR for $34 a share and play that up. You can get TSLT at $28 and run that up. Or you can get TSLL at $21 and run that up, right? And you play it against Tesla. You're running with Tesla. But then guess what? When you saw this big red engulfing candle, you get out of these positions, sell it, take profit, and then you, instead of buying puts because they were so risky, you buy TSLQ because look what TSLQ does. It runs up when Tesla's running down. TSLS runs up when Tesla's running down. Okay, so another quick lesson on Tesla. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. I know I tell you that just about every single video, but I want you to see that's part of my strategy is playing Tesla against Tesla. Okay, back to the list. AMD, nice run today. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. Sitting in the overnight market, aftermarket 259.11. NVIDIA, okay? NVIDIA, come on, NVIDIA, show something. Here you go. Kind of horizontal. Had a little up action, but it's at 191, right? So nice, NVIDIA. Palantir, very happy with Palantir. Pulled up, pulled back a little bit. Robinhood, nice, same thing. Copied and mirrored Palantir. IREN, okay, pulled up, came down. Then you could have rode it up the rest of the day. Got in here at 62.56. HIMS, wasn't touching it. Saw it all day long, red. Look, it's kind of pulling up a little bit now in the post market, but it had its chance, and it did nothing really very well for us today. And these are all 30-minute candles. Let's go to 15 minutes, show you a little bit of an easier run, because I like to say, yeah, you can make money here, make money here, make money here. You could have, but this was not a clean play today. Rigetti, okay, nice run up this morning, pulled back. Solid run up here in this big major 15-minute candle, came back, ran up again, right? This is a trend, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Rigetti, come on, just let's get over 45 and continue to run. Intel had a nice run up today. Look at that. Beautiful run up for Intel today. Got to a high of 40.66. SMR, okay, had that morning run up, hard drop, and then it spent the rest of the day running up. SMR's challenging. I'm in SMR. I'm holding on to it. Not letting go yet, but man, I'm down probably about $1,000. QBTS, look at this. One of the quantums, right? And I love these quantums. Ran up nice, pulled back. Could have gotten up, sold, took profit. Gotten back into this one, high of 37.28, opened up this candle 35.30, $2 basically, just about $2 per share on that candle alone. Pulled back down, money up, ran down, money up right now. APLD, we went over APLD already. SOFI, now listen, here's my calls. I already shared with you about my calls, but look at SOFI. Nice pre-earnings run. Okay, now I don't know if this is like bad news or good news right now. A lot of times when you see solid runs up, people buying in to the stock and it's getting better, then usually it dumps. And I know a lot of the Discord members were buying puts. And I know a lot of the Discord members, including myself, bought calls. And for those of you that were throwing the information, putting the technicals out there showing, hey, buy the put. All right, I'm sorry. I had to buy the call because I think that it's going to drop and then run hard. Or it's just going to run hard. So we'll see what happens. SOFI's earnings are announced tomorrow before the market opens. So get ready. Pray for SOFI. Pray for me. Thank you, Jesus. Let's make it rock. All right, Lyft is in there. Look, Lyft had a beautiful day today. You could have made some solid money in Lyft as a day trade. Cypher also, same thing. You had to get through this morning volatility, and everybody was watching it run. Speaking of run, hard down, and then a nice end of day. Lucid, my electric car vehicle from Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much for providing such a good opportunity. Nothing today. I wouldn't have even touched this today. QS Quantum, nice opening run, pulled back. Nice run in the middle of the day, pulled back. QUBT, same as QBTS, run up, down, up a little bit, and solid. This is solid. What is this candle here? 1621 to 1671. Okay, so about 40, 50 cents there. Open, and a lot of stuff going on with Open today. I heard this was pumping, mid late day, and it did. You could have got in at 785. You could have got out here on this candle when it wicked all the way up at 848. Nice run for Open today. Closed at 816, sitting at 814 right now. And ONDS, I probably wouldn't have touched ONDS today. Anyway, two things I wanted to share. Number one, join the Discord. Can I tell you a very quick story about other Discords? I had an individual text me and invite me to a Discord, right? Through this, watching my channel, watching my video, said, hey, we would love to have you as part of our Discord. We want you to be a big part of the Discord, right? Whatever that means. I wasn't entertaining in that. I am super happy because we started the AJDT Average Joe Day Trader Discord, and we're doing good. We've got probably close to 30 members right now. But I'm going to tell you what, the fine print on this other Discord, they're charging people over $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month for that Discord. And I think they wanted to invite me to be there, to do technicals, to basically be one of the traders that people follow, whatever. Totally cool. I said, you're watching my videos. Why would I go do that? I'm building this Discord for my community. I want to be involved with this community, right? And I'm in several other Discords. I have my main Discord I've been in for years with a great group of professionals, right? So why would I do that? But then when they told me that they make $1,000 a month, they charge you $1,000 a month, okay? We're charging $9.99 a month right now. And we're limited in spaces. So the reason why I share that is not to be like, oh my gosh, save $990 and come be in this Discord. No, I'm telling you that I'm not trying to hurt anybody financially. Get in the Discord. You'll see some of the plays. And I can't promise because it's not financial advice, but I know from what they're sharing with me. Okay, even myself personally, getting some of the plays from our Discord members, I'm making money, okay, paying for itself. All right, so consider it. If you're not a member yet, hit the join button below, go to the description, send me an email at the email address in the description, tell me you join the elite group. The elite group gets you Discord access, and we'll send you a link to the Discord. Also, first time here, thank you for being here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Would love to have you notified every time we upload a new video. And thank you so much for being here, even for just this video alone. It's a blessing to have you here. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Looking forward for what the market's going to do. Let's make some money and get wealthy together. Josh out. Peace.